Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans all around the world, you are watching What You Need.
We're going to look at comparing Andre Berto to Amir Khan, and it's really shocking how similar these two guys are. Berto's been in boxing. He started off at 21, a little late, and he's currently 31 years of age. Amir Khan started off boxing at the age of 18. He's now 28 years of age. Both have been in boxing 10 years. Both have very, very similar records. I'm just showing you Amir Khan's. I'm showing you Andre Berto's. Amir Khan again, Andre Berto's. Khan's had 34 fights. Berto has had 33 fights. Khan has had 3 losses. Berto has had 3 losses. Khan's had 31 wins. Berto's had 30 wins. So they're very, very similar records. Khan has had, of his 31 wins, 19 by knockout. And Berto, of his 30 wins, 23 by knockout. So Berto has a ridiculously high knockout percentage, 70%. Amir Khan, he has a 56% knockout ratio. So Berto, obviously, he has knocked out more people. He is more dangerous when it comes to punching you. If he hits you with his right hand, he could knock you out. All right? Because 70% of the time, he's knocked out his opponents. If you look at the losses, Khan's been knocked out 2 times. Berto's been knocked out once. Amir Khan, when he got knocked out by Brettis Prescott, he was knocked out in the very first round of the fight. These are all facts. You're seeing the data right in front of you. When he was knocked out the second time was against Danny Garcia. He was knocked out in the 4th round. And on top of that, he was knocked down in the 3rd round and twice in the 4th round. Andre Berto, his low knockouts came against Jesus Soto Karass. He was knocked out in the 12th round. Okay? He had just knocked down Soto Karass in the 11th round. You can see all the data right there in front of you. Now here's some other information you need to know about Andre Berto in that fight. He tore his rotator cuff severely. They didn't know if he was ever going to box again. And this guy tore his rotator cuff in the 2nd round of that fight, was able to knock down Soto Karass in the 11th round of that fight. Andre Berto has always been in exciting, tough, close fights. And he's exceedingly tough, and he can fight through almost any situation. We can't say the same for Amir Khan. Andre Berto is not only tougher, stronger, more durable, but he has greater knockout power. Amir Khan, he has faced some very high-level competition. So, Marco Antonio Barrera, he fought him. Andrei Kotelnik, Paulie Malignaggi, Marcos El Chino Maidana, Zab Judah, Lamont Peterson, Danny Garcia, Julio Diaz, Louis Collazo, Devon Alexander, and Chris Algieri. This dude has fought a lot of really great competition. So has Andre Berto. He has fought Steve Forbes, Louis Collazo, Carlos Quintana, Victor Ortiz, Jan Zabek, Robert Guerrero, Jesus Soto Karass, and Josecito Lopez. So this guy has also fought some great names, even though Khan has fought, I think, bigger names than Andre Berto has. That's why Amir Khan is ranked in the top 3 welterweights in the world right now, whereas Andre Berto is not. Andre Berto and Khan, they have about the same speed, hand speed and foot speed. They're both explosive fighters. And Andre Berto is probably quicker than Khan in terms of his reflexes. Andre Berto is also, even though he's shorter and more compact, can hit you with power and speed. And not only that, but he's more of a pressure fighter than Amir Khan is. And you saw that against Josecito Lopez. Very systematically, he backed up his opponents. Both guys have Virgil Hunter as their trainer. Both guys are learning and improving in their craft of boxing. Andre Berto has always been a welterweight. Amir Khan is just moving to the welterweight division. But what this means is that, you know, at some point in time, these two guys may face one another and fight one another. Berto has what it takes to give Floyd Mayweather all the trouble in the world because he has speed, quickness, power. He's sharp. He has a certain degree of accuracy. And he's not fighting as, you know, recklessly as he used to fight and just brawling and banging. Both Amir Khan and Andre Berto love to bang. But now he's kind of a little bit more systematic and smarter in how his approach to a fighter is. He's very much aware of Floyd Mayweather's style, and I'm pretty sure Virgil Hunter and the sort of sparring and training he's getting is going to definitely prepare him for a style like that. Berto could possibly have Andre Ward as a sparring partner. It only can benefit him even more. And Virgil Hunter has great history and he's a great trainer. If you guys are underestimating Andre Berto, he definitely could be a spoiler in this fight. He's not going to get knocked out just like that. In fact, if I look at Andre Berto's defense compared to Amir Khan's defense, I know this is going to sound strange. Amir Khan, he can fight better on the back foot. He has more diversity than Andre Berto. but he lapses in his defense. I saw Amir Khan get catch with some shots that actually wobbled him and hurt him. I didn't see that with Andre Berto. He kept that high guard. He kept his elbows tucked. So even though he was getting hit in the spleen and the liver area, he was tucked up in a ball when he was coming against Josecito Lopez. So even though Lopez was landing some shots up the middle and even on the sides, I didn't really see Andre Berto get rocked by any of those shots, even though Lopez was the bigger, heavier, stronger fighter in that fight, physically. And Berto was walking down Josecito Lopez very systematically. And he shows much more composure. So I got to say that Andre Berto is actually a guy that actually, this might sound strange to you, he actually has a better defense than Amir Khan. Even though Amir Khan uses more of his footwork and moves around the ring more, Andre Berto uses his foot speed to get inside on a fighter very quickly and land his shots. I mean, Andre Berto is a very, very, very good boxer. He's been a world champion twice like Amir Khan. Once again, here is Andre Berto's stats and here's Amir Khan's stats. Amir Khan's a little longer. That would have given Floyd Mayweather some trouble. So that's why I wanted to see that matchup. But other than that, I mean, now the thing about this is that Floyd has faced an opponent like Andre Berto before. He's faced Shane Mosley. He's faced Zab Judah. This is not new to him, but at this age of 38, we're going to see how he responds to a guy that's quick like Andre Berto. Andre Berto is very fast. Amir Khan's very fast. Zab Judah is very fast. So we'll see. All right, you guys. You have a great one.